Morning, folks. Very dull, rainy, but it's getting quite mild in London, I'm glad to say. It's raining now, not heavy, but just looking out the window. This is now for those that don't make it clear. I'm doing these oil paintings that I have been doing for a couple of weeks now. I will get back to watercolours, but at the moment I'm really into oil. It's canvas paper. It's good quality, but if you want to keep them, you can mount them as a watercolour behind glass, where we can make sure they're nice and dry. And then they'll be preserved for all time. Or you can stick them to a board, like a piece of MDF, and put it in an ordinary oil frame. But there it is. Look, it's quite thick. It's got all the details of it here. It's Winsor & Newton. I have been using Dale Rowney because a friend gave me that, and I'm using it all up as well as I go. But this one, it's ready to use, acid-free oil, 230 grams per square metre. So that's 108 pounds in imperial measure. So that's pretty good. And it's got a canvas appearance, canvas surface. Must be the rollers that they roll it between when they make it. But it's a range of colours that I mainly use, but the large Winton colours. But at the moment I'm using Dale Rowney black because I've got two big tubes of it, Alan Owen sent. So I'm using that up, and I just pulled it down. Right, I've got a nice setup for me easel. I don't suppose this paint will be any good today. It's from yesterday, so I did some colours. They go a bit hard. Well, I'll use them. See how we go. I've got an array of cheapo brushes. Worn out, and that's when they're the best, when they're like that. No. It's not to say that one is I use for stipple, and these two can use for just laying in before they end up like that, worn out. But these do lovely texture. So I want to do a fisherman's cottage. Now, a French fisherman's cottage, that is. There are quite a few of these on the southern, or at least on the coast of Brittany that I saw the 2 or 3 times we went there with our trailer camping, which was lovely. Carnac is wonderful. We explored all that coast, the southern coast of Brittany, and you do see these houses perched on headlands. And we can put one on here with okay, something like that, with a door here, a couple of windows, chimney. Can do the same the other end if you want, but there it is. That's it. That's the fisherman's cottage. That's all you need to know. You can have a bit of a wall going down the back there. But I'm going to use a little square brush to do that. So that's, and then we can put some. Well, let's take that further over and put some trees around it before you come down into the horizon for the for this, that and the other, few rocks here and there. And that'll be our painting. That's about all the drawing I'm going to do. I don't really practice drawing, should do. I encourage other people to. But I draw with a paintbrush. It's taken me a lifetime to do all this. But I'm staying with it because I know a lot of you like oil painting and acrylic painting, and I'm finding it far more challenging and interesting than watercolours. It'd be sad to know. And I've got at least 70, 80 sheets of the Fabriano studio paper. Right, now, one of the great artists of Brittany, Quiberon, I've been to his gallery, closed on a Sunday, this sort of thing. In Quiberon is Georges Laporte, Georges Laporte, a wonderful artist. He puts everything in with sand, there's rocks, little tiny pebbles, this in plaster or whatever, gesso, whatever he uses to create a wonderful texture in the foregrounds. So I'm going to sort of do something like that. We'll have the bit of the tide coming in here. Oh, there we are. Colours are cadmium red, ultramarine. I'll put some more ultramarine out because it does dry overnight. I'll put it in a stay wet palette, but it's not really airtight. A bit of burnt sienna, some black. I'm really enjoying black at the moment, and this cadmium yellow. This Winston cadmium yellow, chrome yellow. It doesn't really mix too well with the black, but cadmium yellow pale does. So maybe I should use that if I struggle. Now I make most of my greens up with because I don't use greens. With red, blue and yellow, just the primaries. Gives a lovely depth, dark colour, and it will counter change against the white building. Right, I'm going to use this brush here just to rough in. Got a bit of liquid in here. I still have a spender. I spent £35 yesterday on those two books. They're £11 each. They are. What did I say? They are A4 and a pot of liquid. Still got some left in here. I've got some fast drying oil. Use that, and I use a bit of it linseed oil. I do like linseed oil. This is not artist quality, but it's 100% pure cold press linseed oil, 1 litre, and it's very good. So I just put a bit in me little pot. My earbud, my Bluetooth earbud is making a bit of a bleep at the moment. I don't know why. Right, dip it in the mix. We're gonna. I like the grey skies. And I'll mix a bit of blue with the black. It's got a bit of tooth to it. So we just. Don't worry about this, about what it looks like. We're going to go over all this. I don't know why it's buzzing or bleeping. My sister bought me a pair for Christmas. for my birthday. They're quite good. They're not expensive ones, I don't think, but they do work. They work very well with me mobile phone. So you've got a bit of a trying to tell me something. Right, I want to. No, not power off. I have to put the headphones on. But one's lost its power. I don't know why. Anyway, I like to listen to the radio while I'm doing this, so we'll have a bit of burnt sienna, bit of white, just to put a little bit of light in the screen in that cloud. Now, a bit of advice. I think it was CJWM Turner. I think he said, do your clouds of silver, not of lead. So don't make them too heavy. It's nice, a nice bit of that sienna. So you get lovely effects with these wintry skies. Although I won't be painting wintry trees, I want to do solid trees. Very nice, lovely. And then we'll do a bit of that for the horizon. Now this will go tacky as you do it. Oh, I don't know what that is. Well, I clean the brush through the... I'll put another layer of cloud in there, I think. Now we're going with a bit of white. And while I think of it, I'll put the horizon in. A good mix for a green or blue-green is yellow ochre and ultramarine. You get a nice sea green. Now they're going uphill. No. Bit of sand in there. Okay, I'll let it go off. I'll put some light in there, but I just want to get these this house done. But I'll do the trees. Do I do the trees first? Yeah, I'm going to use a small a graduate brush. I stayed around a good feel, but they're very good brushes. Oh, my tea's getting cold. I like using these bits of offcuts of MDF as a palette because you can scrape them off and they last forever. And I've got 3 behind me. But they once the paint dries, because you can't really get it off, you've got to go over the paint with your new paint. But now, red, blue, yellow. A bit more yellow. I've got a bit of yellow in there. And I'm just going to come down the side of that chimney, but I'm going to reinstate that with the with a bit of oh, I don't know why they're bleeping. It's only one ear roll. Oh well. So just remake that again. Just well, just some bits and pieces coming out of the. Oh, that one's going now. Yeah, you're supposed to charge these up. No idea. Oh yes, I do. Oh yeah, there's a charge. Of course there is. Oh well. If it goes off, it goes off. Right, do the same around the edge. Yeah, I haven't used them for a while because they're a bit of a struggle. I'll take them off. There's a look. There's the thing there. It's got a charging entrance there. I'll just put them away. Sorry, but I do like my radio. Talk radio. Right, I haven't got a charger for it up here, so I'll charge that later. So I'll put my headphones on. Bear with me. Problem with headphones, I don't mind them, but they do eventually pinch your ear off. Connected straight away to Bluetooth. I only paid £18 for them in Asda, and they're pretty good. Let me know. I really do love oil painting. And acrylic painting. I like things you can do with it, and I find them quite a bit easier than using watercolour. So let's just go over the top here. Coming down there a little bit. Okay, so just to put a bit of air in some of these tops there. Coming down that a little bit there. Okay, now we'll put the roof in. Little brush. Don't forget to clean your brushes afterwards when you finish. Don't leave them soaking in white spirit, because eventually the white spirit will make the bristles all brittle and not very nice and spiky. So I clean them in washing up liquid, which is wonderful. So we have there's a little bit of a bit of yellow on the top here, because I want to counter change with black. I'll put that there. So let's get a bit of black, a little bit of blue, and this will be for right. Okay, we'll put in a bit of white chimney. We want a bit of dark on the shadow side. Right, let's just kind of change a bit there. And we'll put a bit of the white there. Right, now we're putting a sort of a grey. Right, we want nice and white on the other side. We can right, it's quite a bit tricky. Let's just come down there, and down there. We've got a bit of dark, the darkest green, bit of red. So warming up a little bit. So there's our house. We can make those windows a bit. Don't put windows under chimneys, because it wouldn't be right. Right, okay, now we can get in with some. I'm going to use, am I? Yeah, I'm going to use one of these brushes now. And we'll put in a bit of just a bit of texturing now. I'll sort the counter change out in a minute when I've done all this. Right, bit of grass stuff coming down here. Don't pay too much attention to the foreground. Well, I don't anyway. Just get it done. These paints are just about workable, look. Right. Let's get a lovely some rocks. I'll model those in a minute. Let's just want to get, let's see, sorted out. We can have a bit darker blue and a bit of that yellow ochre. Right, that's wrong. I might even put one of George Laporte's boats in. See, now we've got that bit of reflection on the water. Sorry, my headphones are getting in the way. Okay, come round the corner. I'll scrape off the paint when I've done this one, so that it's ready to go for the next time. I see. Get some shadow. Let's get water in here. Bit of, right. Let's get a little texture brush, and we'll have a bit of red and ochre. Why not? Well, get the dark in. Right, then we'll put a bit of light in here and show a bit of puddle around some of those rocks. Now we need to put in a bit of shadow. No, not shadow, reflection. paint's drying on the canvas. Right, let's get my little brush here, and we'll put some green, bit of light. Right, so a bit more light in there. I quite like that. There's quite a lot of contrast in there. All right, now put a boat in, bit of black and blue. Now, I'm not a boat person, living in south of London. Bit of a shadow there, reflection. This one's sort of worn out. Put a little boy, I mean B-O-U-Y. Oh, it's pouring down now. Right, that's onto the boy. Now, I've nicked a bit from Turner there. If you've seen the film. Right, okay, now get the rigger, or a rigger, and make sure that brush is really clean. Right, I'm not going to do much more to that. Let's get a knife, little knife. Let's see, this is probably where it all goes wrong. Get a little bit of a Right, that'll do, I can't do much more than that. I'll put that in a mount. I quite like the way that's come out. But they're very simple fisherman's cottages. to put the mount on it. Clip just to stop it from. Okay, well, there we are. It's very weighted on one side, but then we've got the water. I hope you like the green of the sea. That's a bit of white, yellow ochre, and ultramarine. A few rocks. I'm not that brilliant with rocks. Okay, well, I'll let that go. I think that's got a bit dry there. That's just trunks, really. To do those properly, look at the rigger. It's probably got a bit of paint over the years. It's quite old now. It's got into the ferrule there, and it's spreading the hairs, the bristles. Okay, right, well there we are. It's Friday tomorrow, another one tomorrow, and then one for Patreon on Saturday. Just move that up over there a little bit. Right, okay. Right, okay folks, thanks for watching. Bye bye. Oops.